see Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers taking on Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia Eagles.
The tundra may not quite be frozen, but it's getting there as we work our way through December. The radar today, however, is clear at Lambeau Field in Green Bay. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Green Bay Packers.
This ain't going to be no cakewalk.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talked about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
And there's a lot of good to watch in the game last week. He threw 4 touchdown passes. A little bit of concern throwing the 2 interceptions.
Yeah, and the 2 pick.
Yeah, you want the ratio really to be closer to 3-to-1 as opposed to the 2-to-1 that he had. But it is something to build on. They did get the win, didn't they?
Yep. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. The numbers for Sanders last week, 25 carries, 121 yards, and a touchdown.
And they've already clinched a playoff berth, so I'm eager to see how they approach this game because some teams' philosophy is to go ahead and get guys out. Other teams' philosophy, continue to do what you're doing best. I expect them to go ahead and use their top guys all the way through this one.
Second down, back to Sanders. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. The Eagles at 14-1 now on the year. And I tell you, it has been a few months now since they've tasted defeat, and they are without question the hottest team in football.
And I'm really not sure who's going to beat them right now because, to me, they have to be the favorites to go all the way because they're not just beating teams, they're dominating them. It's been fun to watch them play, not just in their winning, but how they're getting it done. They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Hurts on the option right. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. From the gun, it's Hurts. He's going deep for Brown. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. Here's Aaron Sipos out now to punt on 4th down. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. There'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. Veteran Green Bay quarterback Aaron Rodgers ready to go for drive number 1 along with the rest of this Packer offense.
And what I loved about meeting with him before the game was talking to a guy who takes ownership of his performance. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions last week, but all he focused on was the loss. Okay, and he did say, if I change my stats a little bit, not necessarily for me to look better, but that'll help my team.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the Pack up 1st and 10 at their own 21. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And the catch made by Johnson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Eagles, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers. This one swung out here to Jones. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it's 2nd down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
2nd and 6. Throwing is Rodgers. Now he'll escape and eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Milton Williams breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. They said there was a lot of discussion in their defensive team meeting room after last week's performance. They had 7 sacks. Something in the water. There's one in the first quarter.
A lot of discussion, a lot of excitement, because now everyone wants to get involved with this. Who's going to continue that process? Who's going to get to the quarterback this week? But they have to be careful. When you have that much pressure, they want to use it against you. Draws, screens, those types of plays.
See if they do that. On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
Well, that play was certainly a little bit different because on the previous play, he was sacked. This time, protection a lot better. Had time to survey the field and still couldn't find an open receiver.
Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. Fielded at about the 28. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense making their way back out as we take a look at the playoff picture in the NFC. And you can see by the X next to their name, they have clinched the NFC East already. For the moment, though, they would host a wild card game in round 1.
And for me, it brings back memories about how tough it is to win this division. Not just in recent years, but think about the decades that have stacked up where we've said the NFC East, always one of the toughest divisions in the NFL.
Preston Smith there on the stop.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves him with a 3rd down and 8.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
In motion right is Brown. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great play there. His 19th touchdown now of the season. And the Eagles have taken the early lead on the road here at Lambeau. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you, along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive. And, Charles, you look at these two teams, and these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got 2 division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shock of playoff football.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Rodgers to throw. And his throw here's incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage.
Oh, fumble! Oh!
Tried to test them early, but it proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Rodgers going to throw. And he'll find Washington. That's complete. And out across midfield down to the 45. A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards. Defender was right there in his shorts. Is that one of those situations as a DB where you just tip your cap and say, nice catch?
Well, you're supposed to, but a true competitor, he's not tipping his cap at all. He's upset he still didn't make the play. If it's a 50-50 ball or a moment of truth, he's got to win more than his fair share of them as well.
Probably especially angry because if it was incomplete, would have been 4th down.
Exactly.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. To throw is Rodgers. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Javon Hargrave racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paid
play like this,
dividends in
boy,
what
they
we've
ain't got a
seen so
chance.
far.
They ain't got a chance against these Eagles. They ain't got a chance. That Negro is
Rodgers
sweating. When
now
I tell you that
after the
Negro
sack,
is
he'll lead
sweating,
the pack up
that Negro
on
is
3rd and
sweating.
long. Now Rodgers. A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and it'll be 4th down.
Guy gonna get
The
away.
good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching
They play like that, boy. They ain't got a
offensively,
chance.
problem there.
Yeah,
They
punt on
ain't
the
got a
first
chance.
drive,
They play
looking
like
at
that,
another one
they
here,
do
just a
not
little
have a
slow.
chance.
And, you know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a
that's
fast
true.
start,
That's true.
but it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, just what they're going through,
Hey,
whether
pick
it's
it off
different
and- hey, look,
defenses,
pick it off and
they're
take it
gonna
back
figure
to
it out as this
yourself.
game moves on.
Now back
Well,
to
that-
work
ooh,
for
that dude
Miles
be hot.
Sanders in the Philly offense.
Ooh.
A tough challenge here in this one. We'll see if he can duplicate the numbers on your screen that he put up last week, up over 100 and a touchdown.
We were watching tape to prepare for this game. One thing you noted that I totally agree with, great complementary piece in the last game. You know, they're able to throw it pretty well. He ran it exceptionally, and they hope to continue that same formula in this game.
Complimentary with an E, not an I.
That's my English teacher right there.
There he
Good job,
goes,
Aikens.
right side.
Good job, Aikens.
Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Good job, Aikens.
A big play
They don't know
there.
about you, but they will.
Touchdown number 20 on the year.
They don't know about you, but they
And the Eagles
will.
able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
They don't know about you, but they
So first
will.
quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now 14-0. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Throw left side complete. That's Jones. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second and 6, just inside the 30. Now Rodgers.
Goes away.
Nothing
Good job.
open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, he's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Got
Damn
him
it.
in. It's Tunyon.
Backed
And
off.
he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for
Akers.
his
All you
career.
need is a field goal, baby. All you need is a field goal, Akers. I mean, Akers. All you need is a field goal, Stafford.
Here's a give to Jones running left. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
And he'll get it down here to the 43. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Second
About
and
30
2 is prime
yards.
time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it?
Uh-oh.
Open up the
Oh.
playbook, go play
Oh, he
toss
dropped
it
it.
deep. But in this situation,
Oh, he dropped it.
give it to your
That
back,
dude
let him
didn't
pick
do
up a
shit.
first
That guy
down.
just
Keep
dropped
the
the
sticks
ball.
moving.
Stop it.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Rodgers going to give this one to Dillon. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards.
That guy
Second down
dropped the
coming
ball.
up.
He's talking about good defense.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand
guy,
up
that
and
ain't-
make a
that
play.
ain't
It's
gonna
only
get
a
it done,
3-yard
guy.
run. But for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Past the 20. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 18. 23 yards the pickup there.
this has been a nice answer to the touchdown.
Woo, that boy, hey, look, you want to play better than that. You're going to play better than that. You play like that against me, guys, you're going to get blown out. You're going to get blown out, homie.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Up the middle, Jones. And he'll take it.
You play like that, dog, you're going to get blown out, man.
Gain of 3.
That run wasn't a big breaker, but I don't think the guys on offense mind very much. They've got a nice drive going, and they might just be luring the defense in a little bit. They can probably come back with a play action, maybe go over the top. But right now, on this drive, their playbook is open.
On 2nd and 7, Rodgers over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And the Packers are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now Jones. And a second effort gets him in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Packers have got it back to within a score. And on his way to the end zone, shedding the tackle, he would not be denied.
That's what's called finishing the run. Making sure you power your way through. One-on-one tackle. No running back wants to go to the bench and say, I got stopped just short.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And the last play in the drive was a touchdown run by Aaron Jones. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
They'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Another run here with Sanders. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. They'll send Brown in motion right. Throwing is Hurts.
Oh, this guy.
And that is incomplete.
Wow.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And he'll send this one into the cold Lambeau night.
Woo.
42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go.
For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
Here's Jones again on 2nd down.
Oh, shit.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer first down. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 more on that one and another first down. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
A big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line to hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
And he's going to take this close to the first down marker as he stopped at the Eagles' 44. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Rodgers now to throw.
Oh, why didn't we pick that off?
Oh, he did.
Damn.
Could hold on to it, but a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down. Jordan Berry out to punt on 4th down. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field as we eke closer and closer to intermission. Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
And this is going to be an Eagles first down as he's able to take this up to the 30-yard line. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Hurts sets up to throw it. And he'll find Akins there, complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On 1st and 10 is Spiller. And he'll be taken down at about the 45.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7.
A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. Smith, the man in motion left. From the 45 on second down, Hurts. Now he'll let it go deep right side. He's got a man, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15. A big play there for Philly. 43 yards.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Straight ahead, it's Spiller. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Some good strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Now they'll send a tight end in motion left. Right back to Spiller on 2nd down. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Isaiah Spiller, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. But just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Elliott on for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it was Isaiah Spiller capping things off with a touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Rodgers in control as he hurries his guys to the line. Throw left side taken in by Washington. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers, he'll find Jones again, complete. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. A final shot before half for Rodgers. And trying for Washington, but the pass intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've reached halftime here on New Year's Eve as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll start over in Texas at AT&T Stadium in Arlington, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Ezekiel Elliott, a touchdown run in the victory. From there, we head over to Hotlanta to check out the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Houston Texans. Sam Darnold, excellent in the victory, as it's one that pushes his guys 2 games above 500. And one more to highlight, a good one on Monday Night Football between the Detroit Lions and the Tampa Bay Bucks. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And the half will begin with a touchback. Well, the Packers ready to go to start quarter number 3. And Charles, some things to like about that first half, ultimately trailing here, but certainly this deficit is manageable. So curious to see what adjustments they may have made at intermission.
As am I, because I think things bode well for a possible comeback, because I thought a lot of their best reps in the first half came through the passing game. They were hitting the open receivers, taking whatever the coverage gave them and making it work well for themselves. Now, they just want to pick up the pace of scoring a little bit. So I expect them to come out, continue to throw the ball effectively.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film. And understanding defensively what the play design was.
At the 23, it's 2nd and 12. An inside give to Jones. Takes this to the 27, give him 4 yards.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now, because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up. Here's Jordan Berry now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Returnable here from the 38. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. First carry for Samaje Perine. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Hey, it's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams will take that every single time for the first play of a drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable second down.
Four yards remain for second down. Again, here's Perine. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Crapola. Wow. I mean, I saw it from here, but okay.
They'll run it here with Pirine. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. A give running left. It's Sanders. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Pirine. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say, 200 plus?
Sanders. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. They'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the 3rd quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances. So they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
They'll try to run with Sanders. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles take a 3-touchdown lead. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop it.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Get your ass off me, number 31.
A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it was Miles Sanders who finished it off with a touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
He has it complete to Christian Watson.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
To throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers, open man left side. It's the tight end Tunyon. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Here's Rodgers. Over the middle, complete. That's Washington. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. Rodgers' throw is taken in by Jones. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Brandon, you know this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit, able to hold on to the football.
Oh! Watch how to turn around and
incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now it's Rodgers. Tunyon's got it on the out route. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a 1st down. And again, it's Rodgers. He'll go right back to Tunyon. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
Can't do that one, dog. Can't do that.
And the Eagles are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at about the 32. The drive starts with a handoff to Pirine. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3-3-yard gains, that means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. In motion left comes Brown. Hurts. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great effort there. 65 yards. And the Eagles up the lead to 4 scores now here in this 4th quarter. So still throwing here in the 4th quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to, because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Now come the Packers for their next drive as we take a look at the playoff race in the NFC coming into the weekend. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance, as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
Hey, you're impressed, aren't you?
I am impressed. That means 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games? Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadruple. And that's where we are right now, to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now a draw play. This is Jones. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that will be incomplete. Rodgers gotta have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. That's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th, and we've seen them do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. 45 yards on the ground for him so far. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in pre-season. and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy, let him pick up the first down.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, a give to Spiller. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a... Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
They'll run here with Spiller. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Isaiah Spiller, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Eagles start to open this lead even wider here in the 4th. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Elliott now to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that drive, 4 plays. And it was Isaiah Spiller capping things off with a touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. This is caught. It's Christian Watson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Throwing now is Rodgers. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Rodgers. A check down here to Jones. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. He's going to wind up and air it out. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Eagles are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
A handoff to Spiller to begin the drive. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Pirine. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And this is going to be an Eagles 1st down as the tackle made at the 26-yard line.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. From the gun, a run by Spiller. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Right back to Spiller on 2nd down. And he'll earn a couple of tough yards past the 30 to the 31.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Here's Hurts to throw. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he's
take it to the 2-minute warning. Take it to the 2-minute warning. Take it to the 2-minute warning.
The 3rd down conversion.
Well, partner, nothing but praise from me for this offense. They have been tremendous all night long. They knew what they had to do to unlock the defense. Let's face it, this has been a master class in offensive football that we've been here to witness.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here 1st and 10. A couple of 1st downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. They run behind center with Spiller. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Right back to Spiller on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3.
Not a big run, not an explosive run, but they've held the ball for plenty of plays on this drive. They're just trying to impose their will on the defense right now.
This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. Up the middle they go with Sanders. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
And they take a knee. Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for Philadelphia, they continue their winning ways as they run their mark to 15-1 on the year. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. From Lambeau, good night, everybody.
Holding. Holding. He looked for one of them slot plays. Oh.
in the presence of the realest essence. I've been serving lessons since the days of my adolescence. On the Cypress block, young buck holding it like we knew it all. Not afraid to do it all. Mad for back to look at it all. I can remember the haters say the game will ruin y'all. What's that to me? Don't give about a hater. Let them like the they call me big dog riding with the
He's a rookie. This dude is a rookie. He's at 88 already. Wow.
We put the bang and banging producers. Got no chance of hanging. They took the tails when you're flipping the quarter. We ain't slowing down, we crashing through the border.